All right, good morning, everyone. Pray that the rain holds off. So far, so good. We are in business. You all set, bud? Almost. All right.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't think that means.
Oh, that's the streets and everybody's on that.
Yeah, this. Why do I have two of them? Sky. So I have all three of them. I don't think they have them. I'll hit you up in a minute.
Okay. I just wanted to connect. We need all that wire connected.
Somebody called me.
The weather holds up? Yeah. How you doing? I don't even know what to set up.
The table, chairs.
That's the new deal for these two of their chairs. That's the thing. What are chairs? So, Mitchell. You see how this dude affected this shit. I wanted that shit. I was just seeing reception. It's still good.
Oh, and you can set the other two things up. What? For this. The cameras, because we did a power cord too. So you can turn everything on. That way, we should go get the other one. How you doing?
Mountain. I don't know. Dave Raleigh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. All right. You want us to go test the mic?
Yes, please. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, he does, yeah. That's right. Testing 1 2. Testing 1. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. That's good. Testing.
Not my most beautiful job. So they're you have a
And I didn't get a chance to write around. No, actually, this side of the course. Some of them were home. They're at Central. So I found 5. I didn't get a chance to write around and see the rest of it. Okay, I got it.
I'm mentally told them it was the honor guard because what's his boy to have to make an announcement during after my speech. Didn't want to deal with the headache and there. I told him, storm.
We got a little swing thing, but hold on, I don't think it's gonna rain. I think we're gonna be. Can you hold this, Dylan? Hold it for a minute. No, we're good. I'm gonna we'll move a little closer. Let's go this way. And so, where's my connection at? I'll take this off, though. It's like way over there. Alright, so let's do. Put 1. Alrighty, bro.
I'll stay here. You gotta stay here.
I think we can go. I think I'm gonna put on a minute. Is the audio set? Oh, he needs sound.
Ladies and gentlemen, our services will begin in 2 minutes.
That's the time.
You want a 2-minute warning? A little high.
On how you want to look at it.
Wow. You gotta give a 2-minute warning for me. The rest of you guys.
Thank you for your attendance today. We'll begin in 60 seconds.
Yeah, Ryan. I think they're scheduled. Yeah, that's my sister. They're right over there.
I pushed it all the way against the thing. I wasn't putting it in. I'm putting it up against as long as the 3 quarters doesn't fall down.
So this morning, the weather will dictate the service. Right now, we're full go, but if conditions deteriorate, we will speed things up. Thanks again for your commitment to being here. Across the social media and news spectrums, America appears to have its troubles. There are worries over high inflation, a dwindling workforce, and within the next 6 months, we face one of the most contentious presidential elections ever. Where does our homeland turn to find its trust and leadership? In this era, and especially on this day, through our dedicated military and its veterans. These are the men and women who have served this country, as well as those who continue to do so bravely today. Some of these individuals are with us as members of the Dunkirk Joint Veterans Council. They are dedicated volunteers and individuals who fought in the Persian Gulf War, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Vietnam. At least one individual with us today participated in the war with Korea more than 70 years ago. At this moment, please welcome one of those U.S. Marines, a Purple Heart recipient, who was in the Battle of Bunker Hill in August 1952, Peter Harry Garan. At this location and across this great nation, we remember and cherish a group of individuals who, even in this divided landscape, are so vital in uniting all of us while exemplifying the values of the United States of America. Now please, if you are able, remove your hats and come to attention for the singing of our national anthem by a Dunkirk High School senior who is class salutatorian. She will be majoring in the Fine Arts and Musical Theater at Long Island University in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Marencia Bone.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
In recognition of Memorial Day, our flag is at half-staff. The colors were lowered this morning due to the weather conditions. Leading us in the invocation is the Reverend Joseph Walter from the Lord's Vineyard, the Roman Catholic faith community.
Heavenly Father, on this Memorial Day, Thank you for those who have given their lives in service of our country. When the need was the greatest, they stepped forward and did their duty to defend the freedoms with which we are blessed and to win the same for others. Almighty God, you yourself have taught us that there is no greater love than to lay down one's life for others. These honored dead gave the most precious gift they had, life itself, for loved ones and neighbors, for comrades and country, and for us. Help us to honor their memory by caring for the family members they have left behind, by ensuring that their wounded comrades are properly cared for, by being watchful caretakers of the freedoms and principles for which they gave their lives, and by demanding that no other men and women follow them to a soldier's grave unless the reason is worthy and the cause be just. Father of love and author of all that is good and beautiful, help us to remember that freedom is not free. There are times when its cost is indeed dear. Let us never forget those who paid so terrible a price to ensure that freedom would be our legacy. Most of all, we pray that you would turn the hearts of all, both military and civilian, to your holy word, where we find true peace for our sinful souls that surpasses all understanding. Make and keep us repentant of sin, and let us live our days in accordance with your most holy will, that when you call us from our earthly abode, you may grant that we might stand holy and blameless in your sight. Though the names we remember this day may fade with the passing of generations, may we never forget what they have done. Help us to be worthy of their sacrifice. O God, help us to be worthy. This we pray through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Please be seated. We now recognize our elected leaders and other dignitaries in attendance this morning. From Dunkirk Common Council, welcome Nick Weiser, Natalie Leskoviak, Abigail Urico, James Stoyle, Nancy Nichols. Please welcome Dunkirk City Police Chief David Ortolano. From the Dunkirk Joint Veterans Council, Jack Sievert, Commander. Edzu Kaus, Honor Guard Commander. Jack Hood, Adjutant. We now introduce the city's top official, who is serving her first term and will be overseeing a rebirth of downtown and the waterfront through a $10 million in state funding. Please welcome Mayor Kate Duwayas.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Distinguished guests, veterans, fellow Americans, and the families of our fallen heroes. We come together today not only as a community, but as a grateful nation. Memorial Day is more than a holiday. It's a sacred moment to remember, to honor, and to pay our deepest respects to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. In the stillness of this moment, we hear the echoes of taps, the rustling of the flags, and the whispered names of those we will never forget. We remember the young and the old, the sons and the daughters, the brothers and the sisters, the husbands and the wives, and the fathers and the mothers. We remember the laughter they brought, the dreams they held, and the future they will never know. Their stories are etched into the fabric of our freedom, freedom they vowed to protect, even if it meant sacrificing their own lives. They did not die in vain. Their legacy lives on in every breath of liberty we take, in every moment of peace we enjoy, and in every dream we are free to pursue. To the families of our fallen, we cannot fathom your pain, but we share in your pride. Your loved ones may be gone, but they will never be forgotten. Their memory fuels our resolve to cherish the freedom they died for and to build a nation worthy of their sacrifice. To all veterans present, your service, your sacrifice, and your unwavering dedication to have safeguarded the blessings of liberty. We thank you for your service, and we honor you for your selflessness. As we stand on the shoulders of heroes, let us recommit ourselves to the ideals they have fought for: justice, equality, and the unending pursuit of a more perfect union. Let their sacrifice be our call to action, our motivation to build a nation where freedom rings loud and clear for all. In the face of loss, we find strength and unity. In the face of sorrow, we find hope and remembrance. In the face of sacrifice, we find purpose in the freedom that they died to defend. So let us remember, let us honor, and let us never forget the price that has been paid for the freedom we enjoy today. May God bless the memory of our fallen, may God comfort their families, and may God forever bless the United States of America.
Leading off our lineup of speakers is a 22-year U.S. Coast Guard and Navy veteran. He has helped organize and co-author No One Forgets, a book that documents county residents who never returned home from battle. Here's George Burns III, U.S. Coast Guard retired.
Good morning, Madam Mayor Kate, council members, Chiefs Dave and Mike, and all patriots who have taken the time to attend this service. Thank you again for your invitation to remember some really great people and to share my thoughts on Memorial Day. We, being born in the United States, really won life's lottery compared to others in most other places of the world. It's been a good life, but it took a lot of sacrifice of others who built the foundation to achieve the security and standard of living which we enjoy. We rightly remember our past veterans, and particularly those who died in war. We also remember past loved ones, as evidenced by placing flowers on the graves during this time of year. So let's first remember some of the fallen. Seaman First Class Douglas Locke from Forestville. He was aboard the Arizona on December 7th, 1941. His body is entombed in the Arizona. Corporal Robert Dotterwich from West 6th Street in Dunkirk, killed September 15th, 1944, soon after crossing into Germany with the 703rd Tank Destroyer Battalion. He is buried at St. Mary's Cemetery. Lieutenant Casper Zacharias from Mullet Street in Dunkirk, killed May in 43 after the U.S. Cythera was struck by a German torpedo. His body was never recovered. So we must also remember those who died in service to our community. These are incidents which I remember while growing up. First of all, Dunkirk policeman Max Elfman, who was killed on October 1st, 1961, when responding to a domestic incident. His daughter and I were born the same day and were in the nursery together at Brooks Hospital. Later in life, we were classmates together at Cardinal Manzini High School, and she is a friend of mine to this day. And for the firefighters, Fireman Daniel Anson, killed fighting a garage fire on Central Avenue in Dunkirk. One of our fire stations is named after him, and he's also remembered during our wreath-laying ceremony, I believe. And last but not least is my mother, Rosamond Burns, who passed away a few months ago on January 7th in a state of grace. She was a force to be reckoned with, as some of you may have known her. And believe me, I have some stories to tell which cannot be shared here at this instant. As an infant, she brought me to this very ceremony in a stroller, like may some of the children perhaps. But as a baby, I was here. I'm 66 years old now, so I've been here many, many years, and thank you. Her efforts, along with my father and grandfather, instilled in me the importance of this day. In Dunkirk, Memorial Day, in those years, everyone was a veteran. Now very few are veterans. So this was, as I would like to say, the biggest secular holiday of the year in this city. So it should be clear by now that our country, indeed the whole world, is experiencing significant changes in the way we view our country, what our responsibilities are as citizens, and more basically, how we treat each other. A recent article I read stated that only roughly 30% of Generation Z, those aged 18 to 26, think patriotism is very important, that the United States is the best place to live, and think that religion and God are important. Only half have ever set foot in church of any type. Those numbers were significantly better in my days in a positive direction by a factor of 2. And I would have to agree, from my observations, if you drive around town, it seems as if small children are being raised by grandparents, and the only people at Mass are those of us with gray hair. When one considers the past and what it took by our predecessors to achieve the greatness of our country, the above numbers are depressing and do not portend well with our ability to survive as a nation. We must therefore hold the line at all costs through our example and our prayers. We must reject dishonesty, cronyism, and indeed politics which place anything above the good of all citizens in our community. St. Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Thank you.
I would like to take notice that the co-author of the book, No One Forgets, is also with us at the service. Dick Titus, please raise your hand to be acknowledged. Joining us now is a man who began his military career with the U.S. Army in 2004 as an infantry officer. He was deployed to Operation Iraqi Freedom 3 times. In 2009, he became a U.S. Marine and served in combat tours in Afghanistan in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. We're honored to have with us Lieutenant Colonel Rob Moore.
I paid him to say all that, by the way. Distinguished guests and members of Chautauqua County, friends and family, it is my distinct honor to speak to you today regarding this Memorial Day. As a young child growing up in Utah, I never truly understood the sincere meaning of Memorial Day as more than just a day that Grandma and Grandpa would prepare meat on the grill and we would be surrounded by various friends and family. I certainly did not think of the day as a reminder of the freedoms that were bequeathed to me through the ultimate sacrifice of others. We still got up early to repair line sprinklers in the alfalfa fields and/or plant seeds as needed to replenish the fields already harvested. That was Memorial Day to me back then, or at least what memories I have of it. True that I had had family members that had served in our armed forces since the Civil War, none of which was discussed over hot dogs and hamburgers. It was not until I was slightly older and my grandparents had passed on that I began to understand and appreciate this holiday. I remember back in the days of our President Ronald Reagan, who so eloquently stated, and I quote, "The price for freedom at times has been high, but we have never been unwilling to pay that price. Those who say that we are in a time when there are no heroes, they just don't know where to look. The sloping hills of Arlington Cemetery, with its rows upon row of simple white markers bearing crosses or stars of David, they add up to only a fraction to what has been paid for our freedom. Each one of those markers is a monument to the heroes I spoke of earlier. Their lives ended in places called Belleau Wood, the Argonne, Omaha Beach, Salerno, and halfway around the world on Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Pork Chop Hill, the Chosin Reservoir, and 100 rice paddies and jungles called Vietnam, close quote. I had the honor to witness exactly what President Reagan spoke of on that day as I put on the uniform to serve my country in combat, both in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom and efforts to liberate the people of Iraq from the regime of Saddam Hussein, and in Operation Enduring Freedom, with the goal of securing our nation from the violent threat of terror from non-state actors, mainly Al-Qaeda and their Taliban allies. It was during those times that I was reminded of our American DNA, which at its core, to rise above tyranny and enslavement, not just for us back here in the homeland, but for all free peoples across the globe. I would take this opportunity to remind us all that when I speak of our DNA, I speak of the words of our founding fathers so enshrined in our most precious documents that, quote, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness," close quote. That democracy in and of itself is a virtue built upon certain fundamental assumptions that relies on the constant and the government and the governed and the sovereignty of the people, that government may only do what it is the will of the people. It is this DNA that has given courage to those that fought in the American Revolution to ensure the promise of 1776 and reinforce the promise of 1789, that we, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice to ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. That DNA has been passed from generation to generation on the front lines of every battle fought by soldiers, Marines, sailors, airmen, guardians, and Coast Guardsmen. General Douglas MacArthur said, quote, "The soldier who is called upon to offer and to give his life for his country is the noblest development of mankind," close quote. You only need to walk through a national cemetery and read a memorial citation or read about their heroism captured in the writings of those who lived to tell their stories. These men and women gave up two lives, the lives they currently had and the lives they would have had they returned. Hence we say they gave the last full measure of devotion to the cause of freedom. I believe that democracy is not a spectator sport, nor is freedom ever maintained by letting it run its course. As you walk around this day of remembrance of those who have passed on, remember this: no arsenal, no weapon in the world is as formidable as the will and moral courage of free men and women. It is a weapon that our adversaries in today's world do not have. It is one that we, as Americans, do have in large quantities. And what can we do to ensure their lives were not sacrificed in vain? Remember them and study their great feats of honor, courage, and commitment to the American ideals of liberty. 2, contribute to local communities that make them a place where people are proud to call home. 3, be committed to actions that are just and righteous. And 4, put into action your patriotism through service of country and to each other. Many of our framers who were in the youth of their adulthood found the courage to show the world that a newly proclaimed nation could serve as the blueprint of a modern democratic republic, something that had never been accomplished before and is still considered to be a great experiment. They knew if we believed in ourselves that we have within us to make the world over again. In closing, I will say that our American spirit remains as strong today as it did during the hot summer month of July, 1776, when the framers signed the document read around the world, stating that 13 small colonies somewhere in the New World were in fact claiming their independence from the strongest naval empire in the world. There still remains those among us who are determined to take up that cause of freedom, to live up to the legacy of protecting the purest form of self-governance ordained by God to His children on this earth. even if it requires placing others ahead of self. On this Memorial Day, I would ask that you take the time to reflect on the blood spilled by our young in every dispensation throughout our history to ensure the survival of the Republic. I believe there is a special place in heaven for those who lay down their lives so that others may live their lives without fear and horrible oppression. Every town in the United States can trace its beginnings to that same resilience and bravery that gave our founding fathers the courage to tell the world that we separate ourselves from king and queen and choose to be one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And most importantly, in God do we trust. Thank you very much, and may you always remember on this and every day the sacrifices and legacy made by so many that allow me to stand here on this podium on this Memorial Day, a tradition that began on 20 May 1868. Thank you, and may God bless the United States of America, our heroes past and present, and may God bless all of you. Thank you.
As a member of the Dunkirk Joint Veterans Council, this gentleman understands the dedication of serving with a respected honor guard that is unwavering in its support of our military. Welcome, James Pawlowski.
There's a song from the Civil War, The Vacant Chair, in which one sings, "We shall meet, but we shall miss him. There will be one vacant chair." Chair, of course, is where father, son, husband, brother would sit down to dinner. But they're not there. They're off in the Army fighting the war. On Memorial Day, we honor the men and women who have fought and died in military service, are serving in the military, and who have served, but they are honored en masse. They were and are distinct, unique individuals. Thomas Horan was born in Ireland in 1839. He was the oldest of the 7 children of Mary and Michael Horan. When Thomas was 8 or 10, his family immigrated to the United States as one of the thousands of famine Irish. The Horans settled in Dunkirk, and Thomas worked alongside his father as a mechanic, what we would call laborer. When the Civil War began, Thomas was married and had children. He enlisted in Company E of the 72nd New York Volunteer Infantry Regiment, one of the boys of 61. At the Battle of Gettysburg on July 2nd, 1863, he captured the regimental colors of the 8th Florida Infantry Regiment. Before the advent of radio and telephone, the regimental colors were of supreme importance. The honor of the regiment was wrapped up in that flag. It was also one of the ways to communicate orders, along with, say, the bugle. He was later wounded at the Battle of the Wilderness on May 7th, 1864. Thomas Horan was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor on April 5th, 1898. He died in Madison, Wisconsin in 1902 and is buried in St. Mary's Cemetery here in Dunkirk. Joseph Syracuse was born in Fredonia in 1919, the second of 5 sons of Anthony and Anna Syracuse. He went to the Army in February 1942 and was assigned to the 38th Infantry Division, Cyclone Division. He was a machine gunner, and his best friend and cousin, Private Carlo Bill Sciabetta, was assistant gunner. Joe volunteered for the Airborne and graduated in Class 38, as in the 38th class to graduate from the newly established jump school in August 1942. He fought in the Pacific and rose to the rank of First Sergeant. After the war, at a Christmas party at a cousin's house, he met Phyllis Carino. He later married, settled in Dunkirk, worked and retired from the Allegheny Ludlam steel plant, and raised 3 sons and daughters. He died in 1902 and is buried at St. Joseph's Cemetery in Fredonia. James Pawlowski Sr., yes, my father and my hero, was born in Buffalo in 1927. He was an orphan and a street kid growing up, bouncing from foster home to foster home. In 1940, he was serving in the Army National Guard and was part of the largest mobilization to date and participated in the Louisiana maneuvers, an Army-wide field exercise ordered by General Marshall. Because he was underage after Pearl Harbor, he was discharged and told to come back once he was 18, which he did in 1944. He completed his training just as the war ended. In his 20 years of active duty service, he spent time in almost every port in the world. Was in China in 1949 when the communists took over. Fired on the North Korean coast during the Korean War, among other things. He was discharged from active duty 1 month before they froze everybody for Vietnam, though he did continue to serve in the Naval Reserve. He retired from the Navy after 30 years in 1975. At a dance in Buffalo, he met Evelyn Schibetta and married her in 1967. He lived in Dunkirk until his death in 2008 and is buried in St. Joseph Cemetery. James Lemansky was born and raised in Dunkirk. He was drafted in 1967 and served in Vietnam, where he was wounded, and served until 1969. From 1975 until 2005, he served in the Army National Guard, rising to the rank of Sergeant First Class. In 1969, he married a lady by the name of Patricia and fathered 2 children. His son proudly serves in the Army today. Mary Grace Syracuse was born in Fredonia. She enlisted in the Army in 1979 in Rochester, New York. In 1980, she was the only female crew chief of a helicopter crew in Korea. In 1993, she married David Blodgett and had 2 sons. She is the owner of vintage clothing business, Ultravez. I've only covered the basic facts of the veterans I've highlighted. If I were to go into detail, this speech would last for hours, and no one wants that. However, we should remember that, as important as the basic facts are, every soldier, sailor, Marine, and airman or airwoman is a distinct and complete individual. In honoring those who have served and died in the military, remember that we are more than names on DD-214s and tombstones. We are real people. It's important to remember that. Cody Britton of Southpaw Signs and Luis Guige Cruz will now present plaques on behalf of the Heroes Banner Program. Thank you, and God bless.
Good morning. My name is Cody Britton from Southpaw Signs, also a owner of a piece of property here in Dunkirk, and so happy to see all of you here today. And on behalf of the Dunkirk Hometown Hero Banner Program, I just want to say thank you, because it takes a community to remember. It takes a community to send its warriors off, and that same community to embrace them when they come home. And it takes a community then to come together to make projects like the Hometown Hero Banner Project happen. And we saw that happen in the last just couple of weeks. And I want to say thank you before we say thank you to our community partners, to say thank you to our Common Council, to our mayor, and most importantly, the fellas that were willing to take on the extra time to put the banners up and get everything ready for this such important day. So thank you. It takes a community to remember. So right now I have thank yous for the businesses who were willing to contribute to the Hometown Hero Banner Program in a financial way. Presented to Dunkirk Vets of World War II, if you want to come forward when your name is called. Dom Polski, Polish Literary Society. He's coming. Without their contributions, we wouldn't be able to have the brackets. They help to support the project. Oh, World War II, thank you.
Thank you.
To make this project possible. Thank you. Don Polski. Thank you.
Thank you.
Agricultural Logistics. Thank you, Edwin. Dunkirk Memorial Post 62.
Gary? He's coming.
Thank you so much. Monteusco Social Club. Anybody from the Monties? All right. Gymnastic Society of Polish Falcons. Monteusco Polish Home Association. Dunkirk Exempt Volunteer Firemen's Association. Northern Chautauqua Conservation Club. Refresco Beverages. Mess here. Yeah, it's a long walk. Who are you from?
Refresco.
Oh, Refresco. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Vietnam Veterans of America, Post 459. Thank you. Oh, got that. Thank you. No, thank you. And last but certainly not least, this company was willing to help us out last year in our inaugural year and made a considerable donation that really spearheaded this whole project, Add Lumber. There she is. Thank you so much. On behalf of the Dunkirk Hometown Heroes program, thank you so much, community and government officials, workers, for being a part of this important program.
We are now proud to recognize the Grand Marshal of this morning's services and parade. Please offer another round of applause for Korean War veteran Peter Harry Garan. This Silver Creek resident served in the U.S. Marine Corps and began his service in July 1951. Within months after arriving in Korea, Garan was wounded and later received the Purple Heart. After recuperating from his wounds, he participated in the major campaign known as the Battle of Bunker Hill in August 1952. He noted that period incurred some of the heaviest fighting during the conflict. He returned stateside and completed his active service in July 1953. A United States hero, Peter Harry Garan.
Everybody else is reading, why not me? Thank you everyone for attending today. I'm going to present a plaque to my friend and colleague and fellow golfer and fellow Marine. Grand Marshal 2024 Memorial Day Parade, Peter Harry Garan, Sergeant, U.S. Marine Corps, Korean War veteran, Purple Heart, in appreciation of your service presented on this 27th day of May 2024. What's off? Thanks, buddy. Enjoy your day. This is your day, buddy. Waiting for a lot of kids. Have a seat and be careful, Steve.
Good job, Gary. We will now be placing the wreaths for this morning's services. I will announce the individual and group to come forward to salute each monument. Dunkirk Joint Veterans Council, Jack Siebert, Commander, and Jack Hood, Adjutant. Prisoner of War, Missing in Action, Edzu Kaus, Honor Guard Commander. Dunkirk Barracks, 1999, World War I, Danny McGill. Vietnam Veterans, Chapter 59. Korean War Veterans, Gary Eady, Disabled American Veterans Adjutant. Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 459, Gary Sutton, President. Gulf War Veteran, R.J. Pinkuski, Honor Guard. John T. Murray, Post 1017, VFW, Dennis Malkin, Commander. World War II Veterans, John Way, Disabled American Veterans, Chapter 459. Dunkirk Memorial, Post 62, Gary Richardson, Commander. Disabled American Veterans, Gary Eady, Adjutant. U.S. Army National Guard, Edzu Kaus, Honor Guard Commander. Dr. Lyons Naval Reserve Monument, Dr. David Bannock, Captain, U.S. Navy retired. Volunteer Firemen's Monument, Devin Freitas, Professional Firefighters Local 616. Dunkirk Elks Lodge, 922, Myra Thomas, Exalted Ruler. Dunkirk Loyal Order of Moose, Chapter 89. Dunkirk Police Monument, Police Chief David Ortolano and Chris Witkowski of the Dunkirk Police Department. Daniel F. Anson Memorial, Diane Anson and Betty Anson. City Monument, Mayor Kate Dowiash. And we'll place the wreath on the water. Those honors will be done by Commander George Burns III, U.S. Coast Guard, retired. Come to attention, please. With the placings complete, I call upon the firing squad to commence firing. Special thanks to Peter Felt, Dunkirk High School's junior, and Hamburg Kingsmen on that rendition. With our services nearly complete, we will raise the colors with the honors done by James Lemansky and Robert Saragusa of the Dunkirk Joint Veterans Council. Honor Guard commanders, bring your groups to attention.
Yeah, you gotta come down first.
Commanders, you may bring your units to rest. And please be seated. Leading us into benediction is the Reverend Walter of the Lord's Vineyard.
Good and gracious God, we pray in the book of Psalms, out of the depths I cry to you, O Lord. O Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive to my voice in supplication. O Lord, hear my prayer, and let my cry come to you. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth. Let us pray. God of power and mercy, you destroy war and put down earthly pride. Banish violence from our midst and wipe away our tears, that we may all deserve to be called your sons and daughters. Keep in your mercy those men and women who have died in the cause of freedom, and bring them safely into your kingdom of justice and peace. Help us to serve you well all our days, and bless our efforts to live in righteousness and peace. Through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, God, forever and ever. Amen.
To those who have joined us, we are grateful for your time. Freedom is not a guarantee. It comes with a price, one we all recognize on this solemn day. Our ceremonies continue with the City of Dunkirk Parade. That's still on, Mayor Kate?
It's still on.
It's still on. That begins at 11 a.m. That's about 10 minutes. On behalf of the Dunkirk Joint Veterans Council, its Commander Jack Sievert, our veterans, and this great nation, God bless us all.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
Testing 1 2.
All right, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
Let me see. Where my mic is at? No, which one is?
Testing 1 2. Test.
That's me right here.
Nope, this one.
This one?
Yep.
Testing 1 2. Testing. 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 Okay. Testing. How you doing, Mr. Jim?
Not too bad, Mr. Marcus.
Yes, sir. We getting it's kind of windy, but we getting going here.
So, Marcus, were you wondering all morning if we were going to be here or not?
Oh, yes. I was looking out the window, checking the weather. At, what time was it? I think 4 or 5 in the morning. I wasn't sure if we was going to have a parade today.
But I hear the sirens. I guess we have a parade today.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Quite a few people out here. I hear that, I believe Casadega, the Jamestown canceled their parade. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, so we should have more folks here today. Should be quite a bit turnout. They're still getting things set up here, I see.
Yeah, everybody's behind this morning.
Yeah.
We're trying to catch up. We're almost there.
I was chatting with my good friend here, Dave Rowley, retirement here.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he's ready to go. Yeah. Here they come.
Well, they just crossed 3rd Street. We're about to begin.
Yep. Here they come.
I don't want to knock this.
As always, the train will come at this time.
Absolutely.
Never
11
fails.
o'clock or right about there every year.
Yep.
We got a little gust of wind. But it looks like everybody's dry.
Yep.
That's a good thing.
As long as there's no tornadoes or anything coming through, we'll be fine.
No.
We can handle the small gust of winds. So we have the Honorable Mayor Kate Dovey as Mr. Dave Ortolano, Police Chief, City of Dunkirk. Led by retired United States Army Sergeant Major Michael Snyder. I hope I didn't butcher his last name.
And at this time, maybe we should introduce ourselves too. I'm Jim Fisher, and I'm with Marcus Buchanan.
Yes, sir. There go the mayor, chief. Okay. We have the city council. We have Councilman at Large Nick Weiser and Natalie Leskoviak.
And followed by the Dunkirk Joint Veterans Council, Mr. Jack Seaver, Commander Sandy Tapastrel. Sorry. Danny McGill, 1999 World War I.
Followed by the Grand Marshal, Mr. Pete Garon, U.S. Marine Corps Purple Heart recipient and Korean War veteran, escorted by Mr. and Ms. Jack Carl Hood. Have to bear with us. This is kind of out of order here.
Well, that's half the fun of it, right?
Yes, I see this.
There's Sandy.
So, I'd like to acknowledge Councilman James Stoyle, 3rd Ward. They are joined by Thomas Carl, United States congressional candidate, and Mike Bobstein, New York State Assembly candidate. As always, folks, these papers are always out of order.
That's right. Well, we'll deal with it. We'll get it right one way or another. But it's just fun to be here. It's almost a sunny day.
Yes.
It's comfortable, a little bit of wind, but we're making it work.
Yep. I'd like to acknowledge the Master of Ceremonies, Mr. John DiAugustino, DJVC, and editor, Dunkirk Observer and Post-Journal, and wife Catherine, along with Parade Marshal Alexis Toffel. City of Dunkirk Youth and Recreation Coordinator, along with Pat Seaver, Commander of the Dunkirk Joint Veteran Council, and Chief Planner for the City Memorial Day services. There go my boy Danny Gill.
Oh, is he? There he
Danny
is.
McGill. Yep, always coming in with class.
Yeah, they got to get up here.
Yes. Big one.
That's our buddy Danny.
That's Danny. I thought he was coming our way. I guess not.
Just be careful. Hi, Sandy. Oh, no problem.
Sandy, how you doing? Thank you for your services. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I had to catch her.
Yeah. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, will. I can only go so far. Nick. Okay.
I'll take him over.
We have Mr. Michael Edwards, Fire Chief of the City of Dunkirk, and local firefighter 616 Honor Guard, followed by Greater Buffalo Firefighters Pipe and Drum Band.
Oop. And here comes a tradition every year.
I got no money.
Every year we have the Elks Club with their massive flag, and it looks like they got quite a few folks this year to hold on to it and march with it. Hopefully the wind doesn't kick it around.
Yep, I have no quarters. There go Mr. Mike Bobseen. There we go.
Uh-oh.
He's trying to throw me some candy here.
All right. Candy delivery, Ariel.
New York State Assembly candidate Mike Bobseen, and my partner in crime, Susan Parker, legislator. Look who's calling me here.
Oh, there he is. Danny, how you doing?
I can only go so far, Danny. How you doing? You didn't give me any quarters to throw out there, Danny.
It's like deja vu, right? Last year.
I am Mr. Krauser now, okay? It's the new Mr. Krauser.
Here we have the Little Leaguers.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here, pick off. I'm moving a little bit.
We have approximately 200 plus children, ages 4 through 12, playing in 5 different leagues. In the lineup will be Little League President Mr. Gary Haas. He's up there somewhere. We just missed him. Look at all these kids out there.
Danny, you're our hero, Danny, okay?
Marcus, were you in with a Little League back in the day?
No, but I used to go watch.
Ah, okay.
As I said last year, I love the colors. I used to just go watch them play, but I had family playing Little League, but I used to like the colors. I enjoy that. These kids work very hard, and they're doing a great job, great program.
Back in my day, the Little League field was up on Woodrow, behind the high school. Way back.
Yep. I remember those days. I won't tell these folks how long ago that was.
We also have Little League Lightning Baseball. Lake Erie Lightning is based on bringing affordable travel baseball to local kids who want to. The wind is taking the papers here. taking the next step in baseball.
Yeah.
In yellow, we have the ages 8 and under, coached by Chris Yarber. Assistants, Matt Goodwin, Evan Harrison. The age 9 and under team is coached by Brian Watts with assistants Michael Curtin, Kobe DeJesus, Alberto Benjamin.
We have the Dunkirk Middle School Band. Miss Tanya Petey, director, performing for 2 or 3 minutes. Song is Colonial, how you say that, Bogey March by Kenneth Alford and arranged by Michael Sweeney. So we're going to get some performance right now, folks.
And Marcus, no dancing, no.
I might.
And give a big cheer at the end, though, that's for sure, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Beautiful weather. It don't always have to be sunny.
Yeah, well, I mean, less wind, but yeah.
Yeah. Great job.
Marcus, were you in band in middle school?
Nope.
I had quite a few friends that were, but not me.
The only band I had was at home. I used to play the drums, keyboards, you name it. We have the Sons of Liberty Riders, riding for those who can't. You know, was it me or last year I thought they had a few more bikes than 3?
Right. I don't know. It seems like it's pretty light this year as far as bikes, and not as much noise,
Exactly.
which is a good thing in a way. But you know. Look at that car, Marcus.
Yes.
A GTO.
Lakeshore Street Rod. The Lakeshore Street Rod Association was founded more than 5 decades ago by a group of 7 individuals who share their love of automobiles. One of their upcoming fundraisers is the annual Harbor Cruise at Point Grassy on Sunday, July 7th.
Beautiful car, beautiful car.
Yes. I'm not sure how he kept it sharp and clean in this weather, but he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kept it hiding right until game time.
Yeah. We have the Girl Scouts of America, Northern Chautauqua Catholic School, welcome the mighty monarchs of Northern Chautauqua Catholic School. The mission of NCCS is to provide a foundation of Christian living by integrating and nurturing faith through teaching and example, and thereby becoming an extension of the teaching mission of the Roman Catholic Church. NCCS is a Christ-centered community which stimulates academic excellence and emphasizes family values and respect of self. And others all, in all atmosphere of kindness, love, and understanding. Visitors are always welcome. The Northern Chautauqua
And we have some
Catholic
Girl Scouts there.
Yep.
Look at all those rambunctious kids.
Oh, yeah.
Way to go!
That's our future right there.
Wave, Marcus. Reverse wave.
Great job.
Now we have the Dunkirk High School band coming up.
Yes, the Dunkirk High School Marauder Band. Miss Janine, I don't want to butcher her name.
Scarum, yeah.
Scarum, director, performing 2 to 3 minutes songs, a medley of Your Grand Old Flag in America, beautiful, arranged by Mike Story.
You know, this year, Marcus, I didn't hear them practicing walking around, marching around the neighborhood.
You know, what was that? Post 62? They used to do that growing up. They used to practice over by School 5, I believe.
Ah. And also the Patriots.
Yeah,
Remember the Patriots from the old days?
Yep. Sure do.
Way to go, way to go. They've been practicing somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
They sound really good. You remember the back in the day with Mr. Andrew Christina, right?
I'm not sure.
Maybe back in my day. I don't know about your day.
You're a little bit too far back. I'm not.
Yes, I am a senior citizen. I use my senior discount with pride.
There you go. Try to add me in that senior citizen club, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah. Wait till you turn 50 and AARP starts sending you little, hey, how you doing?
So we have the Fixed Grooming Lounge and Onyx Barbershop. My son Marquise Buchanan was part of this team, but I guess he moved on to other things in life now, you know. But this is a very, I admire these young men starting their own businesses, cutting hair, you know, and having everyone look fine in this whole county. I mean, these guys can cut, you know.
And look at the little one out there with her, all her, red, white, and blue. She's even got little sunglasses on and little windmills.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's the barbershops, yeah. Yes. Onyx Barbershop now is partnered up with his dad. That's his pops right there.
Oh.
Yeah. Help, you know, bring more businesses to the downtown area of Dunkirk.
Yeah.
You know.
And the sun's coming out all of a sudden.
See? That's a good sign. Okay, we have the Upward Bound program. Upward Bound is a federal pre-college program designed to help students complete high school and succeed in higher education. The mission of the program is to foster academics and life success by encouraging and empowering high school students in their pursuit of post-secondary education.
Yeah, I knew a few.
The Upward Bound program is located on the campus of Fredonia State University of New York and has been there for 30 years. The program serves students from the following high school districts: Brockton, Chautauqua Lake, Dunkirk, Ripley, and Silver Creek. Staff members included Loretta Slayton-Terrain, Director, Patricia Messina, Program Coordinator, and Ashley Rojas, Academic Coordinator. Miss Loretta, she's done a wonderful job, my fellow school board member.
Yeah, I've known a few kids that were in this, and it does help them tremendously.
Yeah, it's a great program.
Marcus, they took your car. You didn't, they took your car?
Yeah, no, mine's is blue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mine's is blue. Great program. Ms. Loretta also is, I believe, the founder here in Dunkirk, the Juneteenth festival that's coming up soon.
Oh, yeah, that's mid-June, right?
Yes.
I don't know the exact date, but.
She's going to probably be upset with me. I don't have the date right now.
Well, we have sun. We had sun here, but there are some dark clouds off to the south.
Oh, here they come. Well, we'll be fine. Okay, we have the McKenna Dance Studio performing one dance, 2 to 3 minutes. McKenna Academy of Dance is located right here in Dunkirk and has been the only dance studio in Dunkirk area since inception in 1973 as Trino Dance and Gymnastic Arts. This year we are celebrating the studio's 50th year. Our recital to be held June 14th and 15th at the Marble Theater at Fredonia State is titled Cheers to 50 Years, and take a song from each year from 1973 to present day and celebrate it with a dance. Join us as we dance through the decades and celebrate our dance studio's 50-year-long legacy here in Dunkirk. We offer classes for ages 18 months to adults and have all styles of dance you could ever want. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or at www.dunkirkdance.com.
And this is one of my favorites because I get to watch what I used to be able to do. Not dance, but just be limber and be able to touch my toes or lay on the ground or something.
Oh, I can't. I used to get down myself, Mr. Fisher, but I can't. I can barely walk upstairs. So as we enjoy this performance, we have Meals on Wheels.
Yep, they're a little delivery van.
Yes. DK's, Fred Meals on Wheels, a friendly face, a nutritious meal, a healthier senior. Dunkirk Fredonia Meals on Wheels, founded as a grassroots effort in 1970. Dunkirk Fredonia Meals on Wheels is a community service that delivered healthy meals and a friendly visit to individuals with chronic illness or disability. And that's awesome. I just can't say enough about Meals on Wheels and what they represent.
Oh yeah, I knew a few folks that have done it or are getting Meals on Wheels, and it's it helps them out. They get to see a friendly face at the door with their lunch, their dinner. It's just great.
Yep. Meals on Wheels provide the support homebound adults need to live independently in their homes, where they want to be. It's just, when you think about it, these services that we have to offer in Chautauqua County does really benefit the people.
Oh, absolutely. And probably sooner or later, I'll be ready for Meals on Wheels.
There you go with the seniors. There you go with the seniors. The seniors.
I'm growing my gray hair long.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they practice quite a bit, these dancers here, to do this, because I don't know about you, Marcus, but I would be tripping over my feet or...
I'm having a hard time just standing straight as we speak. More or less dance. We have the Hamburg Kingsmen Drum and Bugle Corps performing 2 or 3 minutes coming up right after Meals on Wheels. We already shouted out Meals on Wheels already.
He should be throwing out meals instead of candy, right?
Yeah. he gave up enough meals.
At least the bologna sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah.
And look at this band. They're on an 18-wheeler. They got everybody loaded on there. They're ready to go.
Shout out to St. George, Fredonia, New York. There you go, St. George. Speaking of St. George semi-truck here, that's Onyx right there to own the barbershop.
Oh.
He didn't walk with his business, but here you go.
He's driving the truck.
Yeah. Shout out Onyx. Ah.
And now we're going to hear some music.
Is that our, Mr. Malesko, our retired city assessor?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
There he is.
I didn't know he can jam. The Hamburg Kings, man.
Yeah.
Look at this young man right here with the bass, playing the bass right here, John. He's part of the band.
Oh, yeah. That's some dedication. You know, he's disabled a bit. Is riding a jitney, but.
Yes, sir. I got it. He's a good friend of mine, Mr. John Augustino. Same here.
Yeah, of course, these bands nowadays, they look a little bit different because they're getting a little bit older, but they still can play music.
Yep. You know, Mr. John Augustino always looking sharp.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where he gets his wardrobe from.
Do you remember the old days? We're on old days today.
It's 2024. We're going back to 1975.
Yeah. But remember the Patriots, the firemen, the like Hose 4, Hose 1, I believe, all their marching bands that they had. Oh, there was some noise down here back then.
Speaking of noise, we're about to get into some noise.
Oh yeah.
You watch.
Our favorite.
I don't want to jump ahead, so I'm okay.
Right. We see all the lights.
You know, we just had Meals on Wheels, but now we have Spoke Folk Community Bicycle Program, Meals on Two Wheels.
Ah.
Rich Goodman.
That's right.
Here come Rich.
Mr. Rich Goodman.
Rich Goodman.
Rich!
Rich still in good shape, isn't he?
Yeah. And just before all the lights and noise, we have more dancing.
Yes, Infinity Dance Studio. Performing 2 back-to-back dances. Infinity Dance Studio was established in 2005 by owner Emily Harris. The Infinity competitive team had a very successful season, and they will be competing in the World Championship in June. Infinity's summer registrations open up June for a variety of classes. I've been following these young ladies, and they do a great job. They can get down.
Oh.
These girls can dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the little ones there.
You can go on YouTube and watch some of their performances.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Wow, they get smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Not now. Wait a minute.
It's coming. Come on, Marcus. You can jitterbug. Get on out there.
Not quite.
I might be doing a ooh, ow, ee.
I'm with you. You know who else can jam? Our good friend right here, Gabe. Gabe
Oh.
get down. Oh, man.
Wow.
Play the keyboard, piano.
Wow.
Musician in his own right.
See? We all have talent.
Gabe's a good guy. He's a blessing. He's a blessing here for the city of Dunkirk, you know.
Yeah.
Ever since he came here.
And just put shout out. We got Gabe, our director, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And we also have Dylan, our camera guy, running around somewhere
I'm sure
here.
We're dealing with that right now. but yes, definitely catch us on Channel 12 Access.
He must. Well, it's actually 1301.
1301. Sorry.
In the old days, it was 12,
Right. Yep.
which was a little easier to get to. But now you just go straight up the guide, and we're there.
You can always catch the Dunkirk channel from council meetings.
Oh yeah, council
performances,
meetings,
grand openings.
high school events like baseball, football games. You know, so it's a little bit of everything on there.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Well, somebody in a car likes, the car alarm likes their performance here. Yeah. Yep, it's getting a little bit windy again.
Yeah.
And a little darker, but it doesn't look like we're going to get anything too soon. So
I'm tempted to turn the microphone down, but we can't do that. No, I'm just telling them. You hear the wind in the background.
Wow. I guess we lost the sound, but they're doing well without it, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. This is what they practice for.
The crowd was getting into it. They were giving him the beat. That's always a good thing.
This is what they practice for. You know, me being a DJ and engineer for over 30 years, so I can relate to what they're going through.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it don't even matter when you're doing sound checks and stuff like that. When the show starts, it starts.
Yeah.
And anything can happen. Technical difficulties all the time. You just got to be ready. You know? And they ready.
It can happen at any time.
Yeah. They reacted to controversy perfectly. You know, Jim, last year we had a case of water up here. I don't see any cold water now.
No. But, you know, after the parade, you just take a walk up the block a little bit to Robo's.
Robo, yeah.
That seems the place to be to go, or the place to go.
To grab any cold one.
Yeah. This is your chance, Marcus.
I wonder if some of these people want to get out there and join these young kids here.
Yeah.
I see some heads bobbing out there
Oh,
on
yeah.
the sidewalk.
Of course, some folks might want the music just a little bit louder. Of course, you know, it is a parade, so we gotta, you know, maintain, you know. And now, Marcus, our favorite part of every Memorial Day parade.
Here they come.
Fire trucks, fire trucks, fire trucks. Lots of noise, lots of excitement, lots of lights.
We have headphones on, so we're fine.
Yeah. And just a shout out to our first responders. I don't know about you, Marcus, but if I see a fire or some kind of trouble, I do not go towards the trouble. I go the other way. But these guys, the first responders, our fire teams, our police, they go to the trouble instead of run from it. So we give them a shout out.
Thank you for your services, the Dunkirk City Fire Truck, East Town Fire Truck, West Town Fire Trucks, and City of Dunkirk Police Department. Led by Fire Chief Mike Edwards. Thank you for your services.
Oh, and now it's a competition, Marcus. We have the fire trucks or the train.
As always, here come the train.
I do like the noise, still, in limited doses. I think it's possibly West Town. Well, we got Brockton.
Yes, I see
We got
that.
the Dunkirk ladder truck, and then we have Brockton.
Brockton. That's what I know.
I don't remember Brockton being here before, so I guess this is a big moment.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
There we go. And it's all decorated red, white, and blue like a flag.
It's American flag.
The paint job.
These are our heroes.
That's right. Now we have West Dunkirk, just down the road from us, to the west.
Quite a few people here. Look down.
Yeah.
West Dunkirk, East 122.
That's a bright green or yellow green.
Line, maybe?
Yeah, yeah.
East Dunkirk, volunteer fire.
And that's just down the road to the east. And they're also a nice lime green vehicle.
Those trucks look sharp.
Yeah.
The Chautauqua County Emergency Medical Services.
There he is. You know, Marcus, it's a good thing that I'm up here and not down in one of those trucks, because I would be just hitting the sirens, the horn.
We always
watching the parents just cringe. You know, that would be great.
Yeah.
Marcus Buchanan, Jim Fisher, we're here talking to you.
Hello, folks. For the new viewers that's tuning in, we're live right here in Dunkirk, the beautiful city of Dunkirk, New York.
That's right.
Happy Memorial Day.
And here comes the last bit of the parade. It's the Pillar of Fire Church Fellowship. They have a very important job at the end of the parade. They pick up all the leftover candy, the trash, anything that needs help being picked up. So
Pastor Jay Wentz. Then you have the police escort to end session.
That's right. And Marcus, I just want to say that, you know, Memorial Day is a very special day because we are honoring the folks that have, they gave their lives so that we could be still a free country, you know, and go on, you know. So we appreciate them. We want to honor them, you know.
And I also like to thank the Dunkirk Festival and special events. We'd like to thank everyone. For Memorial Day 2024, thank you to all of your Memorial Day Parade sponsors: DFT Communication, Hometown Insurance, Central Station Restaurant, Dunkirk Exempts, World War II Vets Club, Elks Club, 922, Northern Chautauqua Conservation Club, Dunkirk Lakeside Club, and Don Powski Club. A special thanks to all our Department of Public Works employees and others for their hard work in preparation for today's parade. Look out for the following upcoming events throughout the city of Dunkirk. The first annual Dunkirk Wildlife Festival presented by the city of Dunkirk and Primitive Patriots Outdoor May 31st through June 2nd at the pier. The Fired Up for the summer kickoff event will be June 6th through June 8th, starting with Thursday music on the pier and the Dunkirk Firefighters Host Race Block Party Friday night at the Dunkirk Boardwalk, presented by the Dunkirk Professional Firefighters Local 616.
There we go.
So we'd like to thank everyone for tuning in.
And as you look up Central Avenue to the south towards Fredonia, you see all the folks that are, you know, here at the parade. They're starting to leave the parade now, but it's just great to see all these folks around downtown Dunkirk
Yes, sir.
and enjoying a day out after a sort of a rainy, dark morning. But you know, it's great.
So now, you know, a lot of families can go home and start to grill.
That's right.
You know, and sit back and relax. Like they always say, work in the morning. Hi, this
is our friend.
You have Councilwoman Natalie Lescoviat. You're live, Natalie. You're live. The hero banners. Natalie,
That's
the founder
right.
Of that. What a great program, Natalie.
Yes. And we're.
You know what? Let's talk to Natalie about the hero program. Yeah, we're going to give her the headphones real fast.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Geez, so glad to have all of the banners. I recorded all of them. And there were 10 I couldn't find, but my committee helped me find them, so I'm going to attach that to the list. I've already posted it on Facebook. I'll send it to the paper, and they will have that list of all of the locations and the 226 heroes probably in the paper probably this week, I'm sure this week. And there's also 2 Vietnam Killed in Action banners as well up there too. So it'll be a lot of fun.
But let me ask you real fast, okay? What made you get this program started? How this program got started?
Well, a grade school classmate mentioned to me a few times, and so I said, let's get some people together, meet at City Hall, talk about it, and one thing led to another, and here we are.
Great job.
But yeah, it's great seeing all the banners, and then everybody is very interested in it. That's what's just so amazing. And then it goes Central Avenue from
7th Street to Millard Fillmore Drive, and then there's the point near the lighthouse, all along Wright Park, down Lakefront Boulevard through Memorial Park Walkway. There's some on 4th Street, and yes,
it's just amazing. I mean, it's so great to see all this color, this whether it's a hero banner, anything to liven up downtown, and I think that's great.
And compared to other municipalities, they're bold and bright, and that brings people in, and they're
Right.
you can see them, the name and the picture.
And there's actually folks that they come in just for Memorial Day so they can see the banners. Is that correct, Natalie?
Oh yes, and I know a couple families are having memorial services, and they waited for this weekend because they wanted their banners to be up. And it's an infinite program, so don't feel bad, anybody, if you don't have your banner up yet. Don't worry. You'll have, we have, a system in place, and you will be able to in the future if you want to.
And next year, it's all done for this year as far as taking applications, but next year it'll start when?
January, we'll have to talk with the mayor and see what the limit is. We're thinking limit of 250. And then we're going to, on the 4th year, ask the people from the 1st year who would personally like their banners. And we already have a lot of takers, so that'll open room then. So 250 will be the limit,
okay.
Probably.
Well, that's good.
I'd like to add this. I want to shout out my grandfather. He was in World War II, Samuel Cooper.
Samuel Cooper, shout out.
But I found Councilman at Large, Nick Weiser. Here's my right hand right here. I'd like to get Nick on this microphone.
Oh.
You can take mine if you want. You want to take my...
Or you can share, or either way. Here we go.
Either way.
You got it?
Yeah. Oh.
So we have the Councilman at Large, Nick Weiser. How you think about that? How you feel about the parade today, Nick?
It was great. Great to be out and be a part of it. It's always wonderful to honor our veterans on with celebrations like these and on days like these. I'm just glad the weather held out today and we were actually able to put something together. So, yeah, great celebration, and yeah, just really privileged to be a part of it.
Thanks for showing up, Nick. You're doing a great job for the city of Dunkirk.
Thanks so much. Appreciate that, Marcus.
Yeah. Okay, folks, we're signing off.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, I'm Jim Fisher. This is Marcus Buchanan. Memorial Day Parade 2024 is over, done with, and now it's on to the barbecue.
All right. How you doing? Hey, how you doing, Rita? How you doing, boss man?
That was good, bro. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the hustle.